Hello, and welcome to Pacific Union College. I'm Kenzie, and this is Angel. We're both admissions counselors here at the college. And today, we want to spend some time with, like we do normally, talking to students like you about some of the questions you might have when deciding what college to attend.
And that's a great way to put it. A lot of students have different goals, different career paths that they want to explore. So we're going to be exploring a lot of what that is, as well as showing you how PUC can help you with that.
And we think the most important and helpful thing we can do is help answer some of the questions. And for that, we're going to ask some of our PUC family to come on board and help answer some of those questions.
And the PUC family is a huge thing for us here on campus. So along the way, we're going to be asking everyone what it means to be a part of that PUC family. And we'll start with us. So Kenzie, what does it mean for you to be a part of the PUC family?
For me, it means I have a really unique system of support. You know, not only in academics, but my spiritual life with my coworkers. I really get to explore and grow as a person. What about you, Angel?
It's pretty similar, but also for me, like, it's all about friends. I love meeting amazing people and just making those really good connections with my friends that I already have. But yeah, meeting new amazing people, just like you, just like all of you guys. Pioneer Pete, what does that mean for you, being part of the PUC family? Oh, it's us. He loves us.
It's us.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And so yeah, you're right, Pete. We're going to be having a lot of fun today. We're going to be growing together, but also meeting a lot of our other PUC family along the way.
And to start, we're going to welcome our first guest, Pastor Kent Rufo.
Let's see if we have Pastor Kent here live.
Pastor Kent is our PUC chaplain.
That's right.
Hey, welcome, Pastor Kent.
Hey there, Pastor Kent. And so yeah, we're just going through a lot of different staff and faculty to ask some different questions and learn more about PUC. And so we understand a lot of students are looking for a very strong spiritual life when they're looking at colleges. Can you tell us about PUC spiritual life and how that sets us apart?
So I'm going to speak out of both sides of my mouth for a second. And that being said is I want you to know that no matter what, no matter where you are in your spiritual journey, meaning if you don't have any spiritual walk, you never grew up with religion or going to church or synagogue or mosque or whatever, you can still be a part of a spiritual journey here at PUC. That's what I love. I love the spectrum of this campus, is that it doesn't matter where you are, you don't have to feel like you don't fit in, because you are on a spiritual journey. And we realize that at campus ministries. But on the other side of my mouth, we also believe wholeheartedly that your spiritual journey and our spiritual journeys are so integral to the rest of our life. And so it is our mission to at least create opportunities for people to encounter Jesus Christ. Whether you want to let him into your life or not, we want you, and we will put every effort out there, from campus ministry programming, from interactions one-on-one, to even in the classroom. We want you to at least have the opportunity to encounter Jesus Christ.
Awesome. Hey, Pastor Rufo, we know you're a very talented and approachable person, but we know that you also don't do this on your own. Can you tell us a little bit more of how you and your team help support students on campus?
So that happens on so many levels. You know, again, that has to deal with spiritual journeys. At the base level, we have programming. So if you go to most colleges in this country, especially when you're talking state universities or public universities, they don't have at least an intentional spiritual programming. There are people not connected to the college that will come in. You'll have a Campus Baptist Ministries or these other spiritual programming, but we at PUC actually invest financially and with time in a campus ministries department, which means that we have a department here that is focused on helping students through life crisis, through spiritual crisis, through a spiritual journey and a walk, whether they want to be Christian or not. We have set aside money and jobs of student chaplains, student praise leaders. We have we have a whole side in our campus ministries department, which is for overseas missions, but not just overseas missions, but like in community service. So we service homeless around, well, now with COVID, it's a little bit tougher, but we service homeless around here or people that are in need. We help with food pantry stuff. We help holistically, not just students, but even faculty and staff, so that we can become a community that is spiritual and also that serves.
That's amazing. That's very inspiring. So thank you for sharing a lot about like that supportive environment, supportive culture we have here. Pioneer Pete, how does that sound to you? Kind of like the culture we have here. He likes it as well. And so, Ken, a lot of us have been asking ourselves the same question. Kenzie, Pioneer P, and myself have asked ourselves, what does it mean to be part of the PUC family? What does that mean for you?
Well, I know this is just one person's opinion. I know with all my heart that I'm where I need to be. I love this family that goes all the way from being part of the faculty, staff, and being in the lives of students, of young adults that are growing, that are not necessarily at home anymore, but are making decisions on their own, that are sort of wrestling with real life challenges. This campus is great. And I mean, I'm talking from all the way to the beauty, the back 40, but as in the family, it is a family that is very diverse. And I feel it's a family that is very uplifting to each other. So it means a lot to me.
Hey, thank you so much for dropping in with us today and sharing a little bit about your campus ministry.
I think you just thanked me, and
Yeah.
thank you for this time. Thanks for having me.
Bye, Ken.
All right, bye.
We'll be introducing to you more of our faculty and staff later on, but we wanted to hear from an actual PUC student. Grace is joining us today, and she's actually in the airport traveling back to PUC. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Hey, Grace, you are starting your sophomore year here at PUC. Can you tell us what you're looking forward to this year?
I'm really excited to get to meet new people, and I'm really excited actually because I got the position for essay. I'm really excited to host a lot of online and on-campus events, and also really communicating with my new professors. That's what I'm excited for.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we understand, like you mentioned, you're a student association, so you're going to be able to do a lot of different activities, like you were mentioning, on campus virtually. But can you explain to us a little bit more about specifically what your position is, and then what student association does as a whole on campus?
So I am the social vice president, which basically I plan and organize events and games, and just like really, help the students to enjoy their school life. Yeah, and so basically, PC Student Association, it's a form of a student government that seeks to enhance student life, whether it's through advocacy, fellowship, spiritual community, and like so much more.
Awesome.
Excellent.
That's great. Hey, Grace, we have one more question for you. And we've been asking this of all the people that have joined us today. But what does it mean for you to be part of the PUC family?
So you know how I told you that like I really like to get involved. I am the social vice, so that's part of the reason. Being part of the PUC family means a lot to me. It puts a lot of value, and the reason why is because I like to help a lot of people, whether it's helping them grow individually, whether it's through their student life or their personal life, but also their spiritual side too. And I think that's super important, and I think that creates the stability of a lot of people's lives. And so I think it's a huge, a very meaningful thing to be part of.
That's excellent. Well, thank you so much for being on with us. Grace, we really appreciated having you. So we're going to go ahead and say bye now. I think Pioneer Pete's going to wave bye to you as well. But thank you so much for your answers. You have a safe trip back to campus.
And good luck this year.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Our next guest is the chair of the biology department, Amy Wyrick. She's one of the friendliest people on campus, so we're really excited to have her here on camera. So Amy, are you there with us?
Hi, Professor Wyrick.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're doing good.
Good.
Hey, we're really happy to have you here. We know the biology department always has something going on. So what should a future PUC student be excited about if they're interested in studying biology?
Well, we are certainly known for the pre-professional student coming and taking the biology major and going on to medical school and dental school. So a student can expect to work very hard in their classes, but also have a lot of support by the department from the faculty as well as from fellow students. We have a great program. It's called the Pioneer Mentorship Program. And this pairs or partners new students, whether they're first year or transfer students. They partner with an upperclassman mentor, a junior or senior, that can then help them to navigate through the first quarter and through the first year of his or her experience here. It's really a fantastic program.
That's really great, and it's good to know there's some form of support like that, especially from student to student. I think it's very relevant, and they're able to connect well with them. Could you go into detail a little bit about some ways maybe students can expect to be supported by the professors and the departments?
Absolutely. So as a department, the faculty, we have 6 faculty, and we have a lab coordinator, and we're all very much devoted and committed to the individual student success. And so we help to support the student by being excellent instructors, being clear with our expectations, and then I think most importantly, being available to the student outside of class to answer questions, to help to clarify information, and so forth. It's pretty amazing in our department and at PUC in general that your professors are available to the student outside of the classroom for many, potentially many hours a week. Of course, a lot of students don't take us up on that, but we are available to you.
That's awesome. I love that our faculty gets so involved with the students' life and one-on-one support. That's really great. So before you go, we want you to help answer this question we've been asking everybody. What does it mean to you to be part of the PUC family?
What it means to me is it actually is a family. It's more than just a gimmick. I feel like we are so connected within our department with the students, the faculty, and the staff, and across the campus. And so on the campus, it's my experience, and I think most students would agree, that you don't meet a stranger on the campus. You may not know the person you're walking past, but they already have connected with you because of this place. And so I think that the community at PUC is really very accepting and provides a lot of opportunities to connect. And so it really makes and strengthens that family feeling.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for taking some time to answer all those questions and helping us understand what that PUC family means and what the biology department really means to PUC as well. Pioneer Pete, do you have any additional remarks you'd like to add? He's ready to sign up for biology as well. He's loving it.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
And I can help him come up with a schedule. Just let me know.
Awesome. You hear that, Pioneer Pete? Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for coming on, and
Thank you guys.
you have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
And now we're going to be joined by the Professor of World Languages, Sylvia Rassi Gregorudi. Welcome, Professor Sylvia Gregorudi. Hi. Oh, we can't hear you. I'm not sure if you're...
Sorry.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Hi
Hi,
there.
good to see you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Buongiorno.
Hola.
Hola.
Very cool.
Nice to be with you guys.
Yeah, we're so
We're
happy
great,
to have you.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I mentioned you're the Professor of World Language, and so we understand along with that, it's not just language, but culture and connection. And so we're hoping you could share with us a little bit about that today in the department. What makes connecting with cultures and exploring those things so important?
Sure. So I think I'll get to talk to you a little bit more about study abroad. I love sending students to study abroad, but our culture component is super important. I don't think I need to sell you all on this, but understanding the more cultures you can understand, the more languages you can communicate in, the better experience you have in life. Definitely. So you can understand people's perspectives. A lot of you probably have different connections and different cultural backgrounds. The more familiarity you have, the better chance you have to communicate appropriately, the better chance you have of communicating with patients, with clients, with customers, and the better chance you have of serving other people. I know both of you, I think there are a couple of you at least who are leading out in this chat, you all have different cultural backgrounds, and you know how useful that is in life. So the more cultures you have experience with, the more flexible you are in life, the better you can solve problems. You can look at things from different perspectives. So I can go on and on.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So you already mentioned it. You are one of your other roles on campus is coordinating with ACA, Adventist Colleges Abroad. Can you tell us why a student should consider doing ACA while they're here at PUC?
So Adventist Colleges Abroad is an excellent opportunity to go abroad, to study a language, to be involved and immersed in a culture. We have 11 campuses that we work with around the world. From Hong Kong to France to Argentina, Lebanon, and it's a great experience to have during your college years because life gets exponentially complicated afterwards, and too many students finish college either not having heard about this experience or not having participated in it and regret it. It's like one of the major regrets of not having participated in summer abroad or academic year abroad. You don't have to be a language major to do that. It's open to all programs. One really good reason to participate in study abroad that most people don't take into consideration is it helps affirm you in what you want to do in life. For most students, the best year to go abroad is their second year, their sophomore year. Sorry about that. And I think it was my cat. And so we have kittens and they're really active. So if you take a year abroad to travel, to learn to know yourself, it usually functions for just about everybody who goes abroad to either affirm you in what you want to do. Let's say you start off as pre-med and bio, and then you study abroad and you say, you know what I really want to do is I want to be an educator, or I want to do graphic design. And that 1 year out gives you energy and gives you knowledge to where you come back and you either change direction or you say, you know what, I really am bio, I really am pre-med, this is what I want to do in life. And then it usually equips you with international experience and possibly another language, so you can even be more useful and have more access to patients and even maybe be a future missionary, you know, even short-term missions. Okay. So that year abroad, yeah, and most people don't think about that. They think about the travel component, which is fantastic. But yeah, it helps to affirm you in what you want to do, or helps you change direction as you get more acquainted with yourself and what your strengths are.
That's excellent. And so good to know about all those opportunities. So many different places, so many different opportunities and languages to learn. And I was going to say, like, we have Pioneer Pete here. Where do you think would be a good place to send him to learn a new language? What would be a good language for him to pick up? What would you recommend?
I didn't hear it completely.
Oh, what would be a good language for Pioneer Pete to learn? Where do you think we should send him for ACA?
Oh my goodness. You can't go wrong with any language, actually. You might be surprised. Yeah, you might be surprised at what door might be opened. And I want to tell you, if you already speak another language, please continue to develop your skills in that language. You can't go wrong, even if it's Thai, if it's Urdu, if it's Swahili, you know, go for it. I would say choose the language that you feel an affinity towards. Some people are very practical and they say, hey, Spanish is the way to go. Right. But if you happen to have an interest in learning Italian, I teach Italian as well. If you have an affinity for art and you want to go to the study abroad campus in Italy, fantastic. If you want to try Korean, we offer Korean here on campus. If you have Korean friends, or if you don't speak Korean or write it or read it too well, you can't go wrong really with any language. And a language is a door that opens up to you. Another really cool thing, when you learn another language, it's like learning a new way to be yourself. When I speak another language, I become a different way of becoming me. I gesticulate differently. Sometimes my tone of voice changes. My demeanor exchanges, courtesy, all those kinds of things. It's a really cool and transformative experience. So you really can't go wrong with any language that you choose. And I want to tell everybody about ACA. One thing that you might not know, you do receive a lot of financial assistance when you go abroad. You're considered a PUC student. So a lot of the financial aid that you receive does apply, and it might be cheaper than you think. So let me encourage you, if you're even slightly interested in study abroad, look into it. I'm more than happy to help, because again, too many people regret not doing those kinds of experiences. I know you all have experience in being student missionaries. I totally plug that because, hey, I'm one of those people that didn't do that. I should have made time for it. I skipped a year of high school. I should have made time for a year of SMing. I considered it. I didn't do it. Hey, it's a regret. Life is complicated now. I work, I have a family. So
Right.
Take it from me.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for sharing and all the excitement. And hopefully we'll send Pioneer Pete out to all of the countries. Maybe you can learn all of the languages.
Fantastic. Hey, you can do that. You can do study abroad in the summer, and you can go on and do a different campus during the school year. We have some record-breaking students.
That's amazing.
So why not? Pioneer Pete can do it.
That's awesome. So our last question is, we're asking everyone this. What does it mean for you to be a part of the PUC family?
I've been a part of the PUC family for a long time. It's great to be part of a campus that offers a high quality education in a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful physical home to be among the trees, and it's great to know and be known. It's great to know people and have a community that's here to support you. And it's great to be a long-term member of this community. So I hope you find your place here. I hope you feel welcome here, even though right now we're on a virtual community kind of platform. We're ready and eager to have you come join us here on the Hill.
Professor Gurudi, we're so happy you've been part of PUC and our family here. And thank you so much for logging on and telling us more about ACA and all the opportunities to learn languages here at PUC and abroad as well. Thank you so much for your time. So we're going to say, yeah, muchas gracias y adiós.
Adiós, chao, chao.
Bye. Bye.
Next, we want you to meet our athletic director, Richie Cillier. Welcome, Richie. Can you hear us well?
Hey, Richie.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. I can't see you, actually.
Oh, well,
But we can see you.
Yeah, we're glad we can see you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Hey,
Excellent.
we are very happy to have you here, and we have a few questions for you. So first, what does a student need to do if they're interested in becoming part of the athletic pioneer?
PUC Pioneers Athletics.
Yes, thank you.
Well, the first thing is that we need to know that they have an interest. We need to know that they are an athlete, and they're interested in being part of our program. And the way they do that is by either reaching out to a coach directly. And a good way to do that is going through our website, which is pioneersathletics.com, and hitting the Recruit Me link. There is a link there that says Recruit Me for the particular sport, and filling out that questionnaire. That automatically pushes out an email to the particular head coach or the particular people that need to know, and then we learn about you that way. We're always with an ear out and looking for people who are interested in being part of the Pioneers.
That's awesome. And I understand we've heard you say countless times you believe athletics is more than just a sport. I was wondering if you could go into that a little bit, explain that. What does it mean for you, athletics?
Well, here's the thing. I believe 100% that God gave us all different talents. He gave us all different gifts. He gave us different strengths. And for some of us here in the covered wagon or out in the field is the gift of athletics, the gifts of being able to use our bodies to compete and to demonstrate the gift that he has given us. So keeping that in mind, then when we have our student athletes come out here, our pioneers come out here and play against another school or run against another school or anything like that, they're not just representing themselves. they're representing our school, they're representing God, and representing that gift that He has given them. So when it comes to Pioneers Athletics, we want that to be equal. We want them to realize, oh, not only are they great athletes, maybe they're great soccer, volleyball, basketball players or runners, but they're also people who are praising God with every step they take, and with every shot they take, and how they treat each other on and off the court. So Pioneers, athletics, it's more than just how can I bounce a ball or kick a ball, or how fast am I out there. But it's about giving the praise to God. That's kind of what I mean by it.
Man.
That's beautiful.
So Richie, we're asking everybody today, and we want to ask you, what does it mean to you to be part of a PUC family?
Oh, it means everything. It means being part of people, or a group of people who are all wanting to accomplish one thing, and it is to, take people to the kingdom, take them closer to the kingdom of God. Being part of a unit, being part of that PUC group who desires to see our students excel academically and in their careers, to excel socially. Many people are coming here and they're going to leave with their spouses, our future spouses, and also being good citizens and being people who are heaven bound. So being part of this community is great. I haven't been here for too long myself, and I've been embraced by all kinds of people. And I believe that that's what we want to do for all who are incoming, for all who are new, and for all future
Awesome.
PUC community members.
I understand PUC Pioneer P is one of the biggest supporters we have. What are some ways people can support the way Pioneer P supports the athletics?
Well, the easiest way that you can support is by getting to know our athletes, whether you take classes with them, whether they're someone related to someone just befriending them and making sure that appreciation is felt. The easiest way is to kind of have that personal connection and to tell them, hey, we're rooting for you. And then once we're allowed to be in the gym or in games or have fans, then just show it up. Just show up, PUC
That's
Nation.
beautiful. Yeah.
Pioneers Nation is what I like to call it. And understand that they're not running this race alone. That they're not alone, but that we're all here together as a community, as a family, as you said earlier. So I'm real excited about that. I'm real excited about getting to know our players and other people getting to know our players, and the other way around too. Every member of our team to get out there and to serve, and to serve others. So that's the best way.
Thank you so much, Richie. We hope to see you and the athletes on the court, in the track, on the net, wherever it is, and support you from the sidelines.
All right, my pleasure, and go Pioneers.
Woo.
Go Pioneers.
Thank you. Bye, Richie.
Bye, Richie.
Our last guest today is someone you'll get to become very familiar with if you attend PUC, and that is our very own president, Dr. Bob Cushman. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Cushman. Hi, Dr. Cushman. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing
We
good.
are well.
Good.
We're excited to have you here. We have a bunch of questions, a lot of excited students to hear some of your exciting answers. So I'll start with the first one. A lot of students are looking to find the perfect college for them and deciding where exactly that's going to be. What advice would you have for them?
I would say find a college where you feel like you fit, where you feel like will prepare you both spiritually and career-wise for finding your life's calling and preparing you to meet that calling. So, when I was looking for a college, I wanted a place where I felt like my relationship with God would grow.
Mm-hmm.
And finding Christian mentors who could help me grow spiritually, who would walk with me in that journey of growth and development in my relationship with God. But also Christian mentors who shared my values and also could help me find the skills that I needed to be successful in life after college.
Wow. That's great.
That's excellent.
So you've been at PUC for a few years now, and there's certain
Yes.
things that happen year after year. What's something that you look forward to every year?
The energy that students bring. You know, when the students arrive in the fall on campus, the whole campus just transforms with the energy that those students bring to the beginning of fall quarter. And I look forward to that every year. And it's a little different this year because we're not seeing all of those students coming at once. We'll see a few as our nursing students and our EMS students come back to campus, but it's going to be a smaller number, but there'll still be a noticeable excitement and a change in the energy level on campus.
I agree, yeah.
This is actually something I just thought of right now. I was wondering, there's a lot of different cultural things we do on campus and a lot of different traditions we make ourselves. Would you say you have a favorite PUC tradition yourself?
That's a good question. I think the opportunity to get together at the beginning of the school year and kind of just set the tone and the table for what we want to do for the school year. So for example, our theme for this year is belonging. And you know, our goal is to create a sense of belonging and community for every student and faculty and staff member here at PUC. Right. So working on that together is really exciting and satisfying.
That's great. And then one last question, we've been asking everyone this. What does it mean for you to be a part of the PUC family?
It means everything to me to be part of a community who share mission and values of what Christian education means, the desire to journey with our students as they discover and develop their life's calling and purpose, to develop those skills, watching the excitement that students feel when they discover what their potential is, and then we help them and grow that potential and realize that potential as they graduate. And one of my favorite traditions here at PUC is commencement and the throwing of tortillas at graduation.
I love that.
That's one of the most fun and exhilarating things that we do. And the opportunity for those of us sitting on the platform to toss a few back into the audience, it really creates a sense of community and excitement and frankly celebration as we share that time with students and their families and celebrating the accomplishments of those students.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your great answers and thank you so much for taking some time to join us. I know we're all very appreciative. I know Pioneer Pete is very thankful you're here to answer some of those questions as well. He says hello. And yeah, and so
good to see you.
yeah, it was good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everything.
All right, thank you both. Take care. God bless.
And to you, thank you for joining us today. We hope that Angel, Pioneer Pete, our guests, and I could answer some of the questions you have, and we can't wait to connect with you again soon. Visit puc.edu to find more information, schedule a visit, or fill out your application. Thank you and goodbye.